Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining the first Optimism conference ever. I am extremely honored to have you all. So, first of all, we are very honored to announce that we are going to become the business and everything partner for Spartan. Let me begin my speech. The day before yesterday, I came to San Francisco from Europe. And I was going through the immigration, and officer asked me, "What do you do?" I said, "I work for Rakuten." And he said, "Oh, do you know Rakuten?" "Oh, I know. Rakuten is over here with the Golden State Warriors. I love Warriors, so thank you for supporting Warriors." And then he asked, I'm asking, "What do you do for Rakuten?" And I said, "I'm CEO of Rakuten." And he was shouting to his colleagues, "Hey guys, this is CEO of Rakuten." And then he asked me, "By the way, what is Rakuten?" So because of this kind of various partnership and aggressive marketing, our brand is becoming kind of household brand in the US and in Europe particularly. But, many people don't know what we do. So today, I would like to do three things. One, I would like to share where we are. What is our vision for the future? This is Optimist Conference. We need to be optimistic about the future. This morning, we talk about now three giants, namely Amazon, Google, Facebook, dominating the world. What is going to happen to our business? It seems like we're not doing optimistic conference, we're doing pessimistic conference. But I want to make it optimistic. The second, I would like to talk about the history and the story of Rakuten. I started Rakuten 22 years ago when nobody was buying anything on the internet. Everybody thought I am a crazy guy and jumping off from the big corporate, the ship of the big Japanese bank and starting from nothing. This was way before the smartphones, right? And third, I would like to share how we can help you. Why we are doing this Optimism Conference. Why we think we can help you. So these are the three objectives of today's my speech. So let's start from where we are. Now, the global annual GTV of Rakuten last year was over $115 billion. Domestic, meaning Japanese, e-commerce, marketplace, was over 30 billion. Global membership, because we bought messaging up the service called Viber, we have 1.2 billion membership globally. Japan registered membership, we have 99 million out of 125 million population. So almost everybody who can use smartphone are using at least one of our services. The global revenue last year was 8.4 billion. These are mostly fee and interest income. And our operating income was $1.5 billion. So we're not talking about very small company trying to be aggressive and blindly trying to help you. We're talking about with our experience in Japan and our vision and all these technology innovation we have done in the past. We're going to bring it over here and try to help you. So now, Rakuten is not only e-commerce company. In the center, we have the section called ecosystem. Our vision is we're going to leverage three things. One is membership. We're going to talk about Ebates today. We're going to utilize data. The Rakuten is one of the very few companies which has robust access to the data, not only in Japan, but globally. Third is the brand, how we are going to, because brand is very important to, not only for us, but for our partners like you. We have been not only doing our own businesses, but we have been helping many, many startups. Namely, today, after this, I'm going to have a fireside chat with the chairman and founder of Lyft, which we have been helping to not only financially, but we have been business-wise helping Lyft to compete against their competitor Uber. Today we also have the Ben Silverman, CEO of Pinterest. We invested in Pinterest when they only had 20 people. So we are not like I used to be an investment banker, and my biggest client at that time was Masayoshi Son of SoftBank. And I helped him how to buy the companies, and he has been keeping doing this. But we are not like SoftBank, but we also help many US startups and technology companies in various ways. In Japan and globally, we have various kind of internet services. Rakuten Ichiba is the biggest e-commerce service in Japan. Rakuten Travel is the biggest online travel agent. Rakuten Marketing, #1 internet affiliate service in the United States. eBay's #1 cashback in Japan, globally. And one of the biggest differences, we do various kind of financial services. Rakuten Card is already the biggest credit card in Japan. We have online bank, online payment, online brokerage, general insurance, life insurance, and so on and so forth and so forth. So for the last 22 years, we have been really diversifying our businesses. And for the digital content, this morning we had Ahinto talking about our video business, but we also have ebook service Kobo. We are the biggest ebook service for public libraries in the United States through the service called Rakuten Overdrive and so forth. And now we are trying to first promote our brand to the consumers and to the industries through various sports partnership. FC Barcelona, Golden State Warriors, partnerships with NBA. We have our own baseball team, our own football team, and we are hosting one of the ATP 500 tournament. And today, we are very happy to announce again the partnership with Spartan. But this is how I think. Now we talk about, oh my God, AI is coming, voice recognition. You have to personalize everything. Oh my God, what are we going to do? But if you step back and take a look at consumer market, not only retail market, but how consumers spend money, e-commerce is just a small part of the people spending. This is what's in my brain. It's called consumer market map. The Japanese, the consumer market is about $3.5 trillion, out of which about 30% of it is retail. And in Japan, only 12% of that is online shopping. In US, this can be a little bit bigger. So maybe this is going to be like 25% of retail will be online, but less of 75 is still offline. So until a couple years ago, everybody's thinking, okay, now Amazon may dominate the online market, but we have physical retail shops, so we don't need to worry about it. Now, but they bought Whole Foods, and they're getting into many different kind of businesses. Oh my God, almost all retail companies are in a panic. Can we survive? Oh, they're coming with lots of innovations, data, payment system, and so forth, so forth. So one of the objectives of my speech today is to share how we can compete against those giants together. By the way, as many people already mentioned today, Rakuten means optimism. And I named my company Rakuten Optimism Company, optimistic company, 22 years ago. I started the company with my younger partner. I never got any finance from venture capitalists. Maybe there are some venture capitalists joining today, so I'm sorry about that. But I never raise money from VC. We now do VC, so I cannot say don't raise any money from VC, but I never raised, by the way. So one of the strengths is I still own 40% of Rakuten, and I'm extremely committed to help you. But the beginning was very difficult. This is the first page of our shopping mall. It took 12 months to build our services. As a matter of fact, it was kind of the first SaaS service. We developed a system. You can open your internet shop on the fly using a browser. But the first several years were very difficult. We only had 30 merchants. The first month's gross merchandise sales was about 2,900 US dollars, but out of which I was buying 2,000. So real sales was only 900. But I never gave up because I wanted to help the small retailers. I wanted to help local economy. I think internet is to empower local economy, not to destroy local economy. So that was the very important philosophy. I would like everybody to understand why we are different. And we are also the believer of the high quality, high touch service. We talk about automation. We are talking about AI. But I think there is still lots of room for human touch services. It's very different idea, but I think people still don't want to just buy things and be delivered. They want to receive good human services. And in Japanese, there's a word called omotenashi. And we are the country which provide very high-touch services. And this is one of the things, I think, if you are not really super high-tech company, we need to think about how can we have more human touch service to help the enriching the experience of your customer. And today, I would like to show you one video which really touched my heart, and this is kind of the philosophy of Rakuten. Now Rakuten, of course, we have a big partners such as Walmart and so forth and so forth. But this is the fundamental, the founding philosophy of Rakuten and how we feel about shopping and commerce. So let's run the video. It's going to be about 5 minutes long, and we're going to have subtitles. But I think it's very emotional, and I want to share this kind of emotion and feeling with you. So let's roll the video. What was it? I think internet or shopping is not just efficiency. It's about connecting who make the product and who buy the product. And the story is very, very important. Rakuten created the first marketplace in the world. And our vision is to really create Grand Bazaar. Grand Bazaar you used to see in many places. We still have a Grand Bazaar in Barcelona, in European countries, and so forth. And we don't want to become the super vending machines. Of course, technology, automation, efficiency, convenience, those are important factors of modern retail. But I think what we would like to share is we need to pursue emotional shopping. We are about, again, connecting people who produce and sell the product with people who buy the product, not to disengage or disconnect the people like our competitors. We wanted to, again, function as a catalyst in various ways, not just our marketplace, through the services which I'm going to present to you in the latter half of my speech. For example, we recently came up with the idea, okay, by the way, this service was initially not taken very well by our merchant because I'm asking them to, spend lots of time answering to the questions from the customer. But we have decided to recreate chat function between merchant and customer. We have, for the smaller ones, middle-sized companies, or even the kind of independent, non-tech retailer, you need to have some differentiator. So we have decided to create a chunk function between user and merchants. And I would like to invite one of my colleagues, Daho, to explain about what we are trying to do with just a chat function, and maybe she can share her experience with our interaction with our consumers.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for inviting on the stage. It's suddenly, I'm surprised. And I'm Naho, from commerce business as a senior vice executive, and now in charge of the Rakuten Ichiba, this is the marketplace model. And from now, I will introduce our chat function like this. This is a demonstration. So that if the user visits our product page once, show up the red button, and it's saying the chatting is progress right now. And after window like this, the customer asking a lot of things to merchant directory. So in this case, the customer asking the delivery status because they want to know the delivery, the shipping, the status more detail. So they are asking whether it will be delivery by Saturday, and then checking the customer's address, and then the answer that. So in this case, the inquiry is very simple, but there are so many interesting stories by using this chat. So for example, that if the user purchase furniture like sofa and chairs, they want to know the material detail and also want to know the seating comfort or not. So that case, it's very useful because our merchant are specialists. So our customer want to ask the specialist directly. In fact, the Mickey purchased the software via this chatbot. Like this.
So let me ask you some questions. Well, how much conversion rate improvement can we make through this service?
As a result, the conversion rate dramatically improved at about 15 points. At the same time, the basket size also increased plus 35%. and also received a lot of the satisfaction and nice comment from the users.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, of course, we are going to empower this chatbot, the chat function with our bot, and so that our merchant do need to be on smartphone on the screen 24 hours a day, and most of the simple questions will be answered by our AI, but some difficult questions, the human will interact and answer to it, and it will definitely improve the satisfaction of the consumer. Like through these services, now Rakuten has, again, various different services. Again, we're number one e-commerce company, number one credit card company, number one mobile payment company, number one online bank, number one on e-money card, number one point program, and so forth and so forth. So how can we bring our expertise? How can we bring our technology? How can we bring our service values to U.S. market? And we have been thinking about, how can we keep disrupting the existing incumbents as well. So now we recently announced we're going to get into major network operating business with the out-of-box disruptive network architecture. And stay tuned. I think this is going to be one of the most astonishing news in mobile industry. The global GTV, as I explained, has been growing from $900 per month in reality to $120 billion, based on this kind of high-touch omotenashi service philosophy. Now we have evolved. Okay, we need to really think about how we can increase or enhance engagement of the customer and bring those very loyal customers to you. So we decided to pursue the first membership program on the internet in the world. Now we have about 1.2 billion members using some of our services, including Viber, and our intent is to grow this to 2 billion by 2020. And now, so let's move on to the main agenda of today. How can we help you? Now we have Rakuten.com, and I'm sure that there are so many the merchants and brands and retailers who are using our marketplace services. And we're going to keep growing. We're going to push this very hard in various ways. But some of the brands, some of the retailers wanted to run their own e-commerce site or think about how can we increase the sales of their product. So we came up with the new concept, which we called Rakuten Merchant Cloud. Again, some of the client wanted to use all of our services in an integrated way, but some people want to use just part of the portfolio we have. So it's up to you which kind of service you want to use, which we call Merchant Cloud. But these are the basic 7 components, which I think it is very important to be successful for internet consumer services, not just limited to retail, but of course, travel, mobility, online finance. You need to have these 7 as a package. So let me quickly go through one by one. First of all, if you want to do business, you need to have a traffic, and you need to have selection of the product, services. Today's McKinsey's partner talk about how Amazon has grown. If I ask to you 15 years ago, what is Amazon? Your answer will be probably online bookstore. Nobody will say Amazon is online bookstore anymore. They sell books, but it's more holistic, the consumer services. But penetrating one product, sort of a vertical, and dominating it is very, very powerful. So for some partners, they need our services. But these are the ways how we can help sending traffic to you. Number one, Ebates. Now, Ebates has close to 10 million very loyal, very high spending, and reasonably rich customer. And they are extremely loyal and in love with eBay services. When I talk with the very sort of the housewives of the rich family, they are so proud of how much they saved on eBay. Hey, Mickey, I love eBay. I saved $500 on my Christmas spending. And I asked, how much did you spend? I said, oh, I just spent $20,000. But, consumer emotion is sometimes very, very complicated, right? It's not like straightforward. Consumer wanted to think they are smart. So eBay is growing so fast. Last year, we did close to 10 billion. We're growing very fast. The second way we are thinking how we can help is really enhancing and strengthening our chat services called Rakuten Viber. The Viber is very strong in Russia, Southeast Asian countries, and Middle East and Eastern Europe. And it has to be the original company who created messaging platform for smartphones. But when we acquired 4 years ago, it was kind of declining. It's coming back again. And we would like to enhance our chatting and messaging capability to help the merchants. Rakuten Marketing is the #1 affiliate network in the world. Of course, you can buy many traffic from Facebook, from Google, from other sites, but it's not really performance-based, and sometimes it's very, very expensive. We would like to give you alternative traffic through creating the network based on the data. We have about 29 annual impressions and plus 100 million orders per year. Again, in order to compete with giants, you need to have various products. Particularly, the digital content services is very, very important. So not only we are selling to our own customers, we are providing our content to our partner companies. For example, Walmart started to sell the Rakuten Kobo ebooks online and in their big physical stores. Now over 3,000 the Walmart stores has a big section of Rakuten Kobo. And it is growing very fast. Now about the Amazon Kindle has 75% market share. We have 25% market share. But we always partner with somebody. Again, in the US, Walmart. In Canada, the biggest book retailer called Indigo. In France, the biggest electronic and bookstore called Fnac. In Italy, with Mondadori. And with Germany, we partner with Deutsche Telekom. As for digital content, we have the service called Rakuten TV and Viki. Rakuten TV is now becoming de facto services, one of the de facto services for smart TVs. We have over 5 million users, over 40,000 Hallyu titles, and we are live in more than 12 countries. Next is one of the most important section, data and artificial intelligence. If you want to compete, you need to have a data. You need to know who is buying what and who can potentially become your loyal customer. or you need to know why they are leaving your services, why they are not buying from you anymore. And there are only few companies in the world who has robust holistic product database, and Rakuten is one of it. For example, we have the company called Rakuten Intelligence. It used to be called Slice. We provide shopping organizing applications, and with the very explicit consent of the user, we have access to their purchase data. Of course, we tokenize it, and we do not abuse their privacy, but we know who is buying what. And 6 million users is enough samples to come up with statistically sufficient data to you. We have been helping many companies. By the way, one of the reasons, which we're going to talk about later, which is John, we have decided to invest into Lyft, is I saw who is using Lyft and who is using Uber. At that time, Lyft market share was a lot smaller than what it is right now, but I have seen millennials in San Francisco is using more Lyft than Uber. So I thought this is going to happen nationwide, and therefore we made an investment. So big data and AI is critical. Either you're a small or big retailer or big brand, you need to have access to this, and we are pretty open to provide this. Not only having a data is not enough. How you can use it, you need to have the intelligence. Sometimes now data scientists can come up with their own hypothesis about, basically foretelling the trends of the relationship of the data. But now the artificial intelligence, AI, is taking over. So now we have many AI engineers all over the world. These are our locations of our labs, which we call Rakuten Institute of Technology. We have over 150 the AI engineers in 6 locations: Tokyo, Singapore, Silicon Valley, Boston, Paris, and India. And you may or may not know, we converted our internal communication language from Japanese to English. By the way, this was one of the most controversial movements in the history of Japanese business. When I announced that we are going to convert our internal communication language from Japanese to English, announced internally and externally, I was attacked by so many senior business leaders in Japan. Mikitani is crazy. And I won't tell the name of the company, but one of the big Japanese automobile company CEO explicitly attacked me. This guy is crazy. This guy is going to fail. But now we are hiring so many talented engineers from all over the world. And to be honestly speaking, it is becoming a little bit easier for Japanese companies or the companies outside of Japan, United States, to hire the talented engineer from all over the world, thanks to your president. Off the record. By the way, we all not only develop our technical capabilities, but we also share our expertise with the conference like this all over the world. And you also need to empower yourself with various kind of tools. For example, the pricing. Now, it is very difficult to do pricing by yourself on human expertise. I told you and shared my vision about the importance of human touch. But when it comes down to the pricing, if you want to sell in a mass scale, you need to have AI to decide how many inventory do you want to have and what price do you want to sell and what kind of offers you want to make automatically. And we have all these tools which are doing in Japan. And we are utilizing this in the joint venture with Walmart in Japan through our net supermarket and also our packaged media retail business in Japan and so forth, and it's saying very, very well. And you need to, of course, track various movements and clicks and purchases of your customer. So we have our own analytics called Rakuten Analytics Tracker. And the logistics, of course. Why Amazon is so strong? It's because of logistics. And now it is becoming clear. When I started Rakuten, it was like all these umeshu stories. It was alternative or mail order. Now what we are talking about day-to-day consumption of general goods. So supply chain became very, very powerful. Can we deploy the supply chain services, delivery, logistics services in the United States or not? And we were going to do it. But first, I would like to show you what we are going to do in Japan next year. And our vision is to deploy this in the US in the near future. So let's go to the video again.
Introducing One Delivery, a new blueprint for logistics to bring a superior shopping experience to Rakuten. Customers can easily see their order's product information and shortest delivery date. Plus, easily specify a delivery time and method of delivery. No more rushing home to receive a package. The distribution center receives order data instantly, where shipping work begins. Rakuten manages the inventory from many different merchants, and each customer order is automatically sorted and packed. Automating the process from time of order to shipment will significantly shorten lead time to delivery. Rakuten's logistics facilities will expand to efficiently cover every shipping destination and merchant warehouse in Japan. Our inventory management system with real-time inventory data will enable the fastest and most cost-effective delivery. One Delivery allows customers to view their package's location in real time. If a customer has something come up, they can easily change the delivery time on demand. The driver will be instantly updated with the changes. Building a network integrated from purchase to last 1 mile enables multiple orders to be delivered together as efficiently as possible. Our delivery staff will deliver the items at the time and method specified by the customer. They will be able to introduce other Rakuten services based on the customer's interest profile. Rakuten One Delivery empowers customers and merchants, integrating data and delivery networks to build the future of logistics together. 1. Delivery.
Yeah. Thank you. So basically, we need to have logistic services. It is becoming one of the most critical and most important platform services we have to provide. Now we are already providing a Rakuten Super Logistic service in the United States. Now we have a plan to build many, many warehouses in the United States. But beside delivering the product, at the beginning of my speech of this session, I shared about the importance of offline retail, not just bringing the product to you, but bringing customer to your retail storefront. So we have recently acquired a company called Curbside. So whether we bring the product to you or bringing people to your store and let them picking up, which is more profitable? It is very clear. Let people come to your store is more profitable than bringing the product to you to the houses of the customer. And this is the one way. Many retailers, restaurants, or boutiques, or the service shops can compete against online giants. And I have asked them to, prepare again the video about be easy to understand what we can do with our Curbside, the mobility tracking technology. So again, please watch the video.
As a consumer, I think we're all in a world where we're very starved for time and we're pressed for time and demanding jobs, demanding lives, demanding families. And when you think about it, shopping has always involved waiting. So whether you're going to a store and you're waiting in line at the checkout, or you're wandering around trying to find something, there's time involved. And we want to give the shopper that time back to use however they want. Rakuten Merchant Cloud is really the first platform that puts the two pieces together to make it completely seamless to shop online and bridge into the physical world to deliver a great customer experience when that customer arrives at the store. Retailers need to differentiate based on customer service and based on fulfillment, and fulfillment being a really key part of the overall customer experience. That's an area where we've chosen to build a set of tools which retailers, restaurants can use in order to improve that experience and differentiate their brand. It offers everything merchants need to plug right in and give consumers an online ordering experience that matches their look, feel, and brand. What Arrive does is it uses a customer's smartphone to give a predictive, reliable alert when that customer is approaching a restaurant or a store. It's a fantastic customer experience because they just walk in and their stuff's all there. Yeah, our team of designers and engineers has spent years thinking about the best way to solve the problem of connecting stores for online commerce. And we've done millions of shopping trips at this point. We're incredibly excited to be putting the Rakuten Merchant Cloud out there for the first time to give merchants an end-to-end solution for connecting their bricks and mortar stores for mobile commerce.
Okay, let's invite Jaran onto the stage, who is the CEO of Curbside, and maybe he can explain more about what we can do with Curbside technology and what he thinks about Rakuten Group and so forth. So welcome.
Thanks,
to the
Mickey.
stage. So what do you think about the video? It was good?
It was great.
It was good? Okay.
No, we're really excited to be bringing together what we've been working on at Curbside all these years as part of the Rakuten family with all the capabilities that you just outlined that Rakuten has in commerce and payments, in AI and data, and putting these things together as a single platform to empower merchants it's a really exciting point for us.
Right. But why is it so difficult? Many people ask about location services. You have GPS function of the smartphones, and you have Google Map, and so forth and so forth. And why Curbside is so special? And what can you only you can do and other companies can do, and how difficult it is?
You give me the hard questions.
Yes.
Um,
That's
no,
why we bought you.
Yeah, no, I've been working on location technology my entire career, and when we started Curbside, we had worked at Apple on location technology for the iPhone. And so we had a detailed understanding of how hard it is to get a reliable signal off a mobile device at the level at which you need in order for a merchant to actually make it useful. So if we tell a merchant, hey, your customer's 5 minutes away, time to start preparing the food, so that when the customer gets there, everything's ready, we don't need to do that 60% right, 70% right, 80% right. We need to get that 99.9% right all of the time. And it turns out that the mobile devices that we all carry around are busy, networks are unreliable, and we built a whole infrastructure to make sure that we're getting reliable signal off the mobile phone, anonymously, securely and privately, but also in a highly reliable way. And by applying machine learning to millions and millions and millions of customer trips in different traffic conditions, different locations, different mobile network environments, we've been able to build a technology that's really reliable, and it's unique in the market right now.
And what is your perspective about the importance of click and pick, or the kind of diversification of delivery services, including the food delivery and so forth? It seems like now many people want buy online and pick up at the storefront. And is it growing so fast?
It's growing incredibly quickly, actually, yeah. If you look at, Starbucks has had mobile ordering for just a little over 2 years, and already 12% of their orders are coming off their mobile device. People want to order ahead because they want to save even that 5 minutes of time that they're standing in line. They want to cut that out. There's been a lot of focus on delivery, but click and collect is growing incredibly quickly across the retail landscape. You look at Kroger, a partner of ours, they've rolled it out across 1,000 stores, and it's growing really, really quickly. So we think actually the mass mainstream future of mobile commerce is in pickup. And there's going to be times, no doubt, when you want to get things delivered. But the vast majority of purchases that you make as you go through your day, the things that you want, the things that you need are around you. And by connecting stores to a really convenient fulfillment experience, we unlock that growth. And that's the kind of empowerment we want to give to Rakuten's merchant partners.
Right. But not only coffee and food, but do you think it's going to happen for the physical products as well? Or?
Yeah, we see it happening. Yeah. I mean, one way we're helping Nordstrom, for example, they have a reserve and try function in their app, which is really great. You can go in and reserve a bunch of things that you want to try on and you're not sure that you want to buy. Press reserve, go to one of their stores, and you don't talk to anyone. They have your name on the dressing room door, and everything that you reserved is there waiting for you inside, and they're using our location technology to have that dressing room ready in real time as you come up. So it's the combination of the online and the offline shopping experiences, and enabling merchants to kind of evolve and innovate on top of what they're already doing in their stores. That's the stuff that really excites us.
And can you share me the importance of the accuracy of ETA?
It's incredibly important. So if we get that ETA wrong and you arrive and, for example, with Pizza Hut, we're helping them start the preparation of your pizza when you're 12 minutes away. So if you're ordering for carryout, which is their actually best, most profitable type of order, we're giving them that signal on when they should start the food preparation. If we get that wrong, if we miss the fact that you're actually coming to get the pizza, you arrive and you're going to be waiting 10 or 15 minutes to get your pizza. If we get it wrong in the other direction, it's going to be cold, right? It's going to be sitting there on the rack cold. So you don't want either of those situations. Right. And so getting that ETA right in conditions where you can't drain the customer's battery, like we can't act like a navigation system where we're just streaming data off your device at all times. That's the kind of magic of the technology that we're working on.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jaron.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So this ETA service, curbside service, is going to be one of most important cloud service we are going to start providing to everybody who wants. And definitely, it's not just about trucks or automobiles or bikes. We need to invent new automated delivery vehicles, including the drones on the air, and now Rakuten is developing drone ship to have a big cargo on a humanless ship in Norway. The last part is the payment is important. You buy the product, either you get the product being delivered or you go and pick it up, but you need to pay. So we have been focusing on the financial technology, including the payment. Now, Rakuten Card, again, is one of the biggest, not one of, the biggest credit card in Japan in terms of the transaction volume. We started 10 years ago, it was zero at that time. Now, last year, we did $57 billion. And one of the uniqueness Rakuten Group has is its point program. It's Japan's #1 reward program, and we are expanding our point program, reward program, to Europe and to the United States as well. We have already issued over $9 billion worth of the points, and it is growing very, very fast. But this kind of thing is evolving because of the blockchain. It used to be just server-based point program, but now with the blockchain, it is going to be more advanced and getting more and more interesting. So now we developed Rakuten Coin, which is our ICO based on the blockchain, and we have already acquired exchange in Japan. So in the future, it will be able to exchange from our ICO to any type of fiat currencies, namely US dollars, euro, Japanese, and so forth. You can convert it. You can keep in your, monetary unit, or you can keep it in our ICO. So that is a vision of our reward program, and we would like to deploy this in the United States as well. And lastly, I just wanted to touch upon the brand. Okay, I want everybody to know Rakuten, but I also want them to know what we do. Of course, first, it's important to everybody to know and be aware of our brand. So we have now enhancing our branding activities. Again, the partnership with Golden State Warriors. I'm sure they're going to win the NBA championship this year again. Barcelona, one of the top football teams in the world, definitely. And our own, the baseball team, football team. Today, we're going to have the performance of Shakira. Do you guys want to join? Yeah. Yeah, I went to the concert yesterday, by the way, at San Jose. It was amazing, amazing. And she's very, very excited to perform in front of very important people of Rakuten Group. And again, today we announced the partnership with Spartan, which is one of the fastest growing the sports in the world, as a matter of fact. Not only in the United States, they are growing globally. We will help their e-commerce. We will help their supply chain management. We will help their internet marketing. So it's going to be a holistic partnership between Rakuten Group and Spartan. So thank you very much. And Rakuten would like to not only make our brand more well-known, but at the same time, we would like to promote our new icon with what we call slash or dash. By the way, this means one in Chinese character or in Japanese. We wanted to make sure that together, not only with our staff members or our group companies, together with our very important partners, very important clients, we would like to be together and provide the best services one of the best services to the global consumers. So let's believe in the future and be optimistic. Thank you for listening to my speech, and please enjoy today.